All right, let's do it. For
Yeah.
our viewers, Eric, I want you to take a slow and short backswing, and I want you to give me a long follow through. Yeah, go for it.
Hit it?
Yep.
Okay.
So slow and short backswing, long follow through. Where was the center of the crust?
Out here?
Good. How was your energy transfer? That putt actually only went 12 feet.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, I see where you're going with this here, Mr. David.
You were late to the party there, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, now, ready?
Yep.
Make as long a backswing as you want and go ahead and hit the ball.
Hit it with your...
Yeah, go ahead. How far did that ball go?
Way farther.
How far did it go? They can't see it.
Sorry, yeah, so that probably went triple the distance of my first putt.
Ah, so all the work was done where? On the back side of the arc. Backswing and downswing.
All right, guys, before we dive into this video, I want to talk to you quickly about two things. Number one, we have launched our golf school dates for 2020 in Bethlehem, PA. We're going to go ahead and put a link in the description down below. If you'd like to come get some in-person coaching, I would certainly love to have you. Now, if you can't make it to Bethlehem for in-person coaching, we'd still love to work with you via CogornoGolf.com. That's our online community full of golfers like yourself and myself looking to improve. That's where you can send me your swing. I can help identify priorities, take your game to the next level. Most importantly, as a member of Cogorno Golf, you get access to our Facebook group where you can post that swing, get into the community, get into the conversations. You get access to everything we have, all of the master classes, the member library, the practice section, as well as the quick fix section. Would love to see you guys there. All right, guys, so let's talk about the #1 speed killer in putting. Back again, hopefully you recognize him by now, Mr. David Orr.
Hey, Eric.
Thanks for coming.
All right.
So speed, #1 speed killer in putting. I think there's a couple different things we want to touch on here. So maybe let's start with what is the #1 speed killer?
It starts with a phrase.
Yes, yeah, it does.
It's really a phrase, Eric. It's like take it back short, accelerate through the ball, make sure you follow through. So you're doing all three of those things. Can I get in and demonstrate?
Yes, you can.
All right. So I'm going to do my average golfer. So
Yep.
I'm going to do an impersonation again.
Love it. You're
Okay?
good at it.
So I never do me. I always do somebody else.
Yep.
Okay. So, you know, I'm playing with my buddies. I come in, I set my feet up, I take my grip, and I set the putter down there eventually. And I take it back short, I accelerate and follow through.
Yes.
All right, let's talk about that.
Yeah. So that is what I would see if I were to go look around a putting green at our home club, right?
Let's just look around.
Yeah, let's actually find someone.
All right.
So the putter going very short back, can I say over acceleration?
Yeah,
Is that a
it's
term?
definitely- yeah, increasing the acceleration too much.
Okay, which would then be
And for too
associated, too long, with a very long follow through because of that short.
It's because of the phrase.
Yeah, yeah.
So the #1 speed killer in putting is actually a phrase. It's
Yeah.
advice that you might receive from your dad
Sure.
or somebody that playing in your foursome.
Yeah,
Or I hate to say it, something that you might have read in a magazine somewhere.
yeah,
Okay?
absolutely.
So I think let's address the first thing.
Sure.
Taking it back short.
Yeah,
So really what we're talking about is learning to control the length of the stroke first. So if I were to teach a junior golfer, a beginner golfer, whatever, okay,
Yeah.
the first thing that we're going to learn to do, aside from just basic direction, is controlling the length of the stroke.
got it.
Okay, so on a short putt, we should have a short backswing and a short follow through that kind of mirror each other.
Yes.
They're symmetrical.
Yeah.
So we would teach length of arc first, symmetry second.
Roughly same length.
Back, same thing through as a general rule.
Yep.
And we got some pretty cool things that we can talk about so that our viewers can see it.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I had a short putt, let's say inside of 5 feet, I mean, this putter might not go back past my feet and through past my feet.
Yep.
Depends on the width of the stance, of course.
Sure. Yeah.
But we learn to make small movements, then medium-sized movements, then large,
Yeah.
and then extra large, kind of like pizzas.
Yeah. You like the pizzas?
I like pizzas
Now-
because you know why I like pizzas? Because when you're dealing with a pizza, you're dealing with a round circle. So the first shape that I teach in speed is that I'm standing inside of this big circle.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle.
Yeah.
As Mary said, I'm the plastic thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
All right, inside the middle of the pizza.
Now, what if, David, if someone comes in and you're going through this exercise and they're starting to learn the basics of the length of stroke first,
and then symmetry second.
Got it. So let's say someone comes in, you're doing the 5-footer.
Yep.
And they take a backstroke.
That's usually too long.
Too long. What would you see from there?
Well, what you'll see is if they're hitting a little, they got their fingers down the shaft.
Yep.
Okay, and they're staring here, and they make too much movement because they're told to take it back with their shoulders, so it's long to short, and they decel.
Yes.
So let's go over those two speed killers. Do you see those right off the bat? Right off the bat.
Yep.
All right. So the number one is taking it back short, take it back slow and short, accelerate and following through.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Then the other one is when they're too close to the hole.
Yep.
The backstroke's too long and the follow through's too short.
Now.
So that's why the average golfer struggles.
Yep.
With consistency of their speed.
So the backstroke length, if they are, well, let's start with this. Whatever backstroke length they have, there's obviously going to be a reaction in the follow through.
Usually.
Right? Mm-hmm. So if they go too short back, you would typically see
them add acceleration or force.
Yeah, got it. And then the opposite if it was...
Yeah, so let's just make it even more pre-K and really simple. You ready?
Yeah.
The average golfer has it backwards.
Yeah.
Their short putts, the strokes are too long.
The short putts,
and the long putts, the strokes are too short.
Okay.
I'm mainly talking about the backstroke.
Yes.
Okay.
Interesting, yeah.
Now, one of the worst drills in the history of putting instruction is taking a junior golfer or beginner golfer up next to the hole and saying, okay, no backstroke, push it in the hole.
Yeah.
You've just implanted a ton of really bad, sinful information, okay?
Yeah.
First of all, you broke a rule.
Yeah.
Rules of golf say you need to make a backstroke.
It's true, yeah, it's true.
Okay, second is you just taught them to add force where? After
Pass
impact.
the ball, yeah. Yeah.
Now, stand in front of me.
Yeah.
Maybe just a little off so the camera can see us there. All right, I want you to look at the putter head. It's on the crust, so it's on arc. I want you to tell me where the center of this arc is when I push it forward. It was right here.
Yep, out in front, a couple inches.
Do we want the center of the arc a foot in front of the ball?
I would think you'd want it slightly behind the ball.
Or at it.
Or at it, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
So just pick the center of the crust.
Yeah.
Okay, now if I took a backswing that was too long and stop, where's the center of the arc?
Too far back.
Too far back.
Gotcha, okay. That's good.
So we use symmetry just to get the center of the arc closer to the ball.
Center of the arc closer to the ball. Got it.
Center of the crust.
Yeah, perfect.
You got it?
Yes.
Now that also helps us make sure that the putter's going the fastest where? At impact.
Yes, okay.
Not after impact.
Got it.
You see?
So the objective, if you are, the center of that crust is at the ball?
At the ball, there's a lot of good stuff going to happen.
Gotcha, cool.
Peak velocity is going to be there.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Hopefully the face is going to be close to zero. Hopefully the path is going to be closer to zero.
And that's such a good visual for me too, and just to clarify in my own mind, when you did the example where it didn't go back at all, and it came through very far, and the center of the crust is out here, that means, can I say too much acceleration past the ball?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not trying, when I'm hitting putts, to have my center of my crust past the ball.
Not necessarily.
Or not at least like a foot past the ball, probably.
Exactly.
And with that, what I would experience or feel as a golfer would be
force.
Force. Got
what
it.
we feel in a putting stroke, okay? The putter, we feel its inertia.
Yes.
And we also feel forces in our hands and in our arms and our body.
Got it.
Yeah. We feel forces and torques. And that's our feel. So people say, I putt by feel, and I say, okay, well, what do you feel? And they go, I don't know, I just don't think. That's not putting by feel.
Yeah.
Putting by feel is what we did 2 videos ago, is my attention and my awareness is where? External.
Yep.
And then you said, I feel the putter in my hands. You said your right hand.
Yeah.
But you also can feel the inertia of that club.
Yeah.
The weight of the club.
Yeah.
the MOI of the club. We're feeling these scientific things to make art.
Yeah.
To make art.
Now let me, this is so good. Let's say I come in, right, and I'm hitting putts.
Yeah.
And I say, well, David, I was told that I'm supposed to accelerate, and you know, when I hit these 20-foot putts, man, I'm short all the time. I come up short, I come up short, I come up short. I know that I decel.
You're not transferring the energy at the right time.
Okay, good, yeah.
Here, just give me the keys. Come on, let's get in here. Give me the keys. You ready?
Yes.
All right, let's do it. For our viewers, Eric, I want you to take a slow and short backswing, and I want you to give me a long follow through. Yeah, go for it.
Hit it?
Yep. Okay. So slow and short backswing, long follow through. Where was the center of the crust?
Out here.
Good. How was your energy transfer? That putt actually only went 12 feet.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, I see where you're going with this here, Mr. David.
You were late to the party there, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, now, ready?
Yep.
Make as long a backswing as you want and go ahead and hit the ball.
Hit it with your...
Yeah, go ahead. How far did that ball go?
Way farther.
How far did it go? They can't see it.
Sorry, yeah, so that probably went triple the distance of my first putt.
Ah, so all the work was done where? On the back side of the arc. Backswing and downswing.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Set up to it here.
Give me the keys.
Give me the keys to the car. All right, now, a good friend of mine, Viv Wadden, explained this best to me. So we got this little girl sitting on a swing, right? And Daddy's there not there to push her or pull her back. How does she get started?
She steps on the ground and goes forward?
Yeah, well, she does a little leg kick and a pull on the ropes.
Yeah, okay.
Okay?
Yep.
So there's a force to get this putter moving.
Yep.
Go for it. All right, you feel that force? Now you need that same force in the transition of the downswing. So everything's happening on the backside of the arc.
Got it.
And everything through the ball is a free ride.
Everything through the ball is a free ride.
So that we get acceleration is 0.
Yes.
When we reach peak velocity.
Got it.
So the best putters in the world tend to have, on downhill putts, they tend to have 0 acceleration. They're not accelerating and they're not decelerating.
Got it.
Uphill, because you have to add a little more force.
Yes.
They might be acceleration at 0 or maybe just slightly above, but they're not stepping too hard on the gas pedal. That's why I said, give me the keys.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So you gotta learn when to step on the gas and when to step on the brake. So
this acceleration rate that I have, or the force I'm putting in, it's not like a constant all the time. You do this or that. It's relative to the putt you have.
Uphill versus downhill.
Uphill versus downhill.
Yeah, but just for our viewers, they need to understand that when they hit a putt.
Yeah.
Okay, when they hit a putt, and I learned this from Jeff Mangum.
Yeah.
Okay, it's when I apply the force in the backswing and the transition.
Yes.
Now, I'm not telling everybody to stop the putter at impact, because I don't, because most of them, their acceleration graphs would go like that. But they need to understand where the work is done.
During the backstroke.
And the transition and the downstroke.
Okay.
Not just the backstroke, okay?
So that, I'm going to start using that example and grabbing some of this stuff. So that's perfect, and for the golfer who would come in, because I think a lot of golfers who say to me, what I see visually, David, when I watch a putter who has poor speed control beyond some of the other things, the obvious visual to my eye is the length of their stroke doesn't match on either side.
Yeah, so that's a good tool.
Yeah.
Let's do that now.
Yeah.
So let's center the crust. Ready?
Yep.
So where do we want the center of the crust? Right there?
That's a ball, yep.
So make a backswing and a follow through that are equal to each other. So I usually say equal to or less than, usually, if I want to get somebody that's over accelerating. Okay, now hit me a putt. Go ahead. Where's the center of the crust going to be? Between that ball that's there and the ball there. Go for it.
Okay.
Good. That was different.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
All right. Now, so the first step is to get the symmetry down.
Got it. What do you, like...
Practice stroke. Yep. Go ahead.
Could I put something to mark? Is that a bad idea?
It's okay, but I don't like people to measure.
Got it. Okay.
What I like them to do is experience.
Got it.
All right. Show me a larger pie, larger crust. Yeah, let's go real large, but center it, okay? You feel that?
Yep.
Good. Hit me one like that. Good. All right, so what we want to do first is control the length and the symmetry. Got it?
And so in my mind, I'm imagining a little kind of the pizza crust, little semicircle, and that bottom point of that
being centered.
Being centered.
Yeah.
More or less at or just maybe behind the ball.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, now, when people start to do this, they start to experience deceleration, which is a good thing as long as it's from impact past the ball. Deceleration takes place after impact.
Got it.
Now, what we got to do is we want the free ride though.
Yes.
So let's think of it this way. Whatever force I feel in the backswing to get her going is the force I want to feel on the downswing.
Got it.
I didn't say the through swing.
Yep.
I said the downswing. So whatever force you feel in back, I want you to feel down. Go for it.
That feels different than normal in a cool way.
Yeah.
That I've never thought about before.
Let's be a cool kid. Set up to it. Okay, ready?
Yep.
So whatever force I feel in the backswing,
Yep.
I feel again in the transition of the downswing. That's what a good putting stroke feels like.
I never thought, okay, yeah, that's different.
So not only we're
good.
controlling the length, but how much force we're applying in the backswing, and then the transition to the downswing, all right?
And that's like...
It's here, folks.
Yeah, okay, that's a huge point that I've never heard or thought of before. So whatever I'm feeling, just like general, what I'm feeling in terms of the force I'm putting in to move it back.
Yep.
I'm mirroring, matching that right away.
And transitioning
in transition
to the downswing.
Not here and here.
And the full volume of it too.
Got it. Okay.
If we're turning the dials, the volume of this, the magnitude, the amplitude.
Yeah.
Whatever you feel in the backswing, feel it in the transition to the downswing.
Can I do one more like that?
Absolutely.
Okay. I know you're driving now.
I'm
you got
driving.
the keys.
It's driver's ed.
So
I got my foot on the brake.
I got here and here. So I never felt that.
Make sure it's symmetrical though.
Yep.
Make sure the length is symmetrical and the time, you feel that? The length and time, that gives us velocity. Now give me the acceleration and force. Two different things, right? But related. Yeah, give me the force to matching. Now match the force. Ready, go. That's it, that last practice stroke. You feel it?
It feels really good.
Yeah, go. Good. Now you didn't quite, you needed just a little more force in the transition. Go.
Got it. Even conceptually, David, that's such a different...
That was it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I feel like I didn't match it that first time after you said that.
Now make sure you commit. Okay, now this is huge.
Yep.
We go length of stroke and time.
Yep.
Symmetry.
Got it.
Center of the arc.
Yep.
Got it?
Yep.
Now, I never understood this until now. Whenever I was a little kid, I used to take 2 or 3 practice strokes that never stopped. And what was it that I was feeling? As I was feeling the little girl, as my good friend Viv Wadden says, the little girl kicking and pulling the ropes.
Yeah.
Show me that. Show our viewers a symmetrical backstroke, medium to medium, in continual. Do you feel the little leg kicks and the arms?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the feel. Then set up to it and hit it. Good. Now uphill, we might feel like we add a little bit more force because we're going uphill.
Yes.
And where that force comes from is important.
Got it.
Most people apply the force with the trail hand throwing the club.
Yep.
Do you want me to demonstrate those real quick?
Sure.
All right. So a lot of people, when they go uphill,
they
take it back and they're using a hand to throw the club.
Got it.
They're using the hand.
Yep.
Some, they're using their trail arm. They're using their trail arm.
Yep.
And hand. Do you see that?
Yep.
So that's what they're doing on the uphill putt, is they're adding force. That
now,
makes sense?
Are you saying that in a general, positive, negative?
It's neither positive or negative. It's what people tend to do. Now, good players tend to add force first from the transition with their shoulders and then maybe the arm.
Got it.
That's why they've got a little more speed control.
Yeah. Okay. What about the not so good?
The not so good ones are adding the wrist and the trail arm. I just demonstrated for everybody.
Yep. So now if I'm going uphill, same general philosophy.
Just add length, and you might need to add a little bit of force in the transition.
Add length, might need to add force in transition. Got it.
Yep.
Not still out here.
No.
Okay.
Okay, but I'm not advocating you stopping short of the follow through.
Right.
A good drill is to learn to maintain symmetry.
Does the symmetry close to it uphill, downhill, sides.
They're very close to being
Got it,
symmetrical.
got
It's
it.
just I don't worry about the stroke being perfectly symmetrical, but that's just such a good guide to harness this out of control.
Yeah.
Short back, accelerate, follow through.
Yeah.
Really bad phrase,
Yeah,
okay? And then
yeah.
get the arc centered. And then there's a lot of good things. Once you get the arc centered, now the face starts rotating properly. The path is better. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff that comes from just such a simple exercise. So let's review in simple.
Please.
All right, so the problem that we see, this #1 speed killer, is taking it back slow, low, and short, and then accelerate and follow through.
Yep.
Everybody see that?
Yep.
Okay. Now, how do I fix that? Step 1, let's get the length of the strokes to be symmetrical, correct?
Yep.
So that we can center the arc, right? And that gets peak velocity where? Right at the ball.
Behind, yep.
So now do a practice stroke first to make the length of the stroke symmetrical.
Yep.
Second is to get the little girl swinging on their swing.
Yep.
See that? So you might see me take 2 or 3 practice strokes. First one's for the length of the stroke
Yeah.
and symmetry, and the second stroke is the little girl on the swing.
Okay, that's good. Now, so the first stroke is length of stroke
And symmetry.
and symmetry. And the second
is just feeling the force.
got it.
The little girl on the swing.
See, that's a bomb. It's a little bomb you just dropped there,
Yeah.
Mr. David.
I know,
So there's so much good in here. So for speed control,
You
I want to
have
just
got to control length first,
got it.
symmetry,
Yep.
timing.
Yep.
Got it?
Let me say that in my words, see, and see if this is right. We definitely don't want to do what you demonstrated as bad. Very short back, very long through. As a general rule for good speed control, symmetry of stroke, roughly same-ish length back and through would be the easy way to do it.
To get a hold of this.
Yeah.
This out of control animal.
Right. In terms of me and the putter, the force I'm putting into the putter back initially, I'm feeling in transition.
All the way back down in volume.
All the way back down, okay, got it. And I'm trying to get the center of that pie, the
Yes.
crust, at or just kind of right around the ball.
You got it.
So that to me is another thing that's so simple in theory. I never in 20 years of golfing did someone tell me that part about the hands away and in transition. I always, when I was growing up, thought I needed to add it past the ball. And so I think literally just that piece of information can be so powerful for some people. But when you go beyond it and say, like that little arc with a club head being at the ball instead of past
Center of
it.
the arc.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah.
So good.
So the reason why nobody's known about this is because you got to realize that, you know, most of putting has been taught by feel
Yeah.
and phrases.
Yeah.
Feels and phrases.
Yeah.
Right? You know, we've been measuring the putter for the last 12 years. We've been measuring the body in putting for the last 6 years. And we're measuring what the best players and the worst players do.
Yeah.
We know because we're measured the wrists. We're
Yeah.
measuring the forearm, the elbow, the upper arm. We're measuring it. And where's the speed coming from?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not a guess anymore. It's
Got it.
not some theoretical pendulum robot theory,
Right.
some 2D engineering model.
Yeah.
We're actually measuring humans
Yes.
in an environment that's putting uphill or downhill, fast greens or slow greens.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing is how can I get a hold of some speed control? First, learn to control the length and the symmetry of the stroke first.
Yeah.
Second, learn to apply force at the right time, and the acceleration and the peak velocity go right where it should be.
So that's unbelievable. And I want to thank you, not just for this video, but just in general for spending time with us today, going through these videos. The little things that you share are going to go a long way in helping myself and a lot of the people who watch. And guys, please go check out Plastic Academy that David has. There's so much good in there, regardless of what level of golfer you are. We will put the link down below, but I really do want to genuinely thank you. I appreciate the time and the knowledge. It's going to really help me and a lot of the people watching.
Thanks, Eric.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks.